Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. Sorry I'm late. It's actually for a good reason, kind of, sort of, but I'm kind of annoyed. Um, so against my better judgment, I kind of, sort of, kind of maybe want to reincorporate order flow, but my charts, they just won't, do right. On both the order flow charts. Both the order flow indicators. Um, there was another one that I used to have. I might not have it on here anymore. Damn. How's everyone's morning? Good morning, Diego. Good morning, Amelia. How are you guys this morning? News on the session. We have 9 o'clock high impact news this morning. I'm not a happy camper. I'm really not. Let's see if I can find. Chef's kiss done for the day. Nice, nice, nice. I wonder if. All right, so really quickly. So here's the reason why I want to incorporate order flow again if I can. Because most of now that I'm understanding auction theory and, well, almost completely understanding it, where the auction kind of not necessarily finalizes, but where the point of control is can make or break the setup for most of them. And at the moment, I can't use any of my indicators because it's going to freeze my chart. So let me see if this one will. But see, I think that it worked. Wait, not that. I think it works. I wouldn't say fine, but maybe better. I can't do that because that's gonna. All right, that one's not gonna work. It's not gonna work either. You know what? Maybe hold these. Maybe actually. Give me a second. Maybe if I do it this way. Let's see. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you this morning? Yeah, look at the data lag. All right, so here's why I want to possibly reincorporate order flow against my better judgment, which means that I'm probably not going to trade today because I want to see if I can figure this out. So especially for my no interest reversals and also the exhaustion divergence patterns, and it could be some of the other ones. I've only gone through maybe like a full week of data or something. But when I have these reversals here, I need the point of control to be in the wick. I just need it. I need it. But I'm wondering if I can get by with that. Look, I mean, yeah, this just isn't. There's not even anything on the damn chart. Um, we're just gonna have to do without. We're just gonna have to do without, and it is what it is. If I can ever figure out how to make order flow work and not give me issues, then maybe we'll be all right. But for now, we have issues. Is my data lag gonna fix itself? Order flow's gone now. See how much data lag, like, see how much order flow really fucks up my shit? Like, it's gone and it's still, oh, now it's counting down. All right, once we count all the way down, then I'll start trading. I'm just gonna have to suck up some of the losses that are gonna happen because I can't see inside the bar. And it just is what it is. Yeah, this is what it is. All right, we're back to normal. All right, cool. That sucks because I definitely, so far, I'm seeing patterns, but oh well, I guess I'll work on it this. Well, I can't really work on it this weekend because I won't know when I have data lag and when I don't. But I used to not have it. Let me try one more thing. Just one more thing. Don't worry. This makes me sad. Oh, you know what? Okay, at least we're not getting a data lag yet. However, where the hell is the point of control? That's really all I care about. And I feel like the spikes happen more on up down tick versus bid ask, but why can't I see the point of control? Am I not zoomed in enough? No. Am I tripping? No, I'm not. Oh, yes, I am. Goofball. All right, profile combined. Let's see. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see. 9 a.m. news, don't forget. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's what I was just checking because I haven't looked at any of that. Like, legit, if my... All right, hold on then. Let me see if I could print this real quick. Wait, did I save it? Maybe I didn't save it because I didn't think it was gonna... All right, hold on. So I'm just gonna trade afternoons then. See, the very small, like 2 second, like up to 2 seconds, that kind of thing, that doesn't bother me that much. And I feel like it resolves a lot quicker on the Ninja one. Probably because it's not pulling as much data. I don't know. But let me print this real quick. And I'm probably... let me see. I don't know if I printed that or not. I think I did. All right. No, I don't think I can trust this. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm annoyed too. Good morning, Parade. How are you this morning? All right, I'm back. Sorry. All right, let's see what happens. Now the question is, do I want to trade my accounts or not? I might legit only trade the... I might only trade the no interest reversals and the exhaustion patterns, the divergence exhaustion patterns probably. That's probably all I'm going to trade today, more than likely. Believe so. Yeah, knowing where the point of control is kind of important if I want to be as efficient as possible. And then what I'm going to have to do this weekend, and I thought I was done with this because of all the work that I've been putting in this week, is I'm going to have to finish converting all of my data to incorporate order flow so I can see if I want to keep it, because it's as simple as looking for the certain pattern I'm looking for and then just looking to make sure the point of control stays either in the wick to show rejection or in the body to show acceptance. That's literally it. So with like the no interest reversal, I need to see the point of control in the wick because that is what shows rejection. So like here, you can see the point of control is in the wick. It's the no interest reversal. 70 or 20 is less than 45 is less than 77. We're pushing off of the prior close, which is not an issue, but you see point of control is in the wick to show rejection, no acceptance of price, and we push up 26 bars, which is 23 points. What's the status? There's no status. What that mean? What you talking about? What you talking about, Diego? Good morning, Timbo. How are you this morning? And then I'm also going to have to just switch back to how I used to have my charts if you guys still want to see a time-based chart. Because I can't click off of the order flow chart or it'll screw up the data. But a few more minutes and then I'm clear to trade. Just want to try and see. Like I said, I'm just going to trade 1 to 3 patterns, more than likely. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Shit, that was the exhaustion pattern right there. So this one's kind of the opposite. 32 is greater than 23 is greater than 6. Very high volume bar to show that it was a forceful participation is what it's called. Look for non-acceptance of price, which means the point of control stays in the wick and we pushed right on up off of the pivot level. All right. Do have like it's like spiking up to maybe 1 second of data lag, then coming back down. I can do the little tiny spikes. It might actually help if I put this on bid ask, probably. Because really, honestly, the point of control, I can't say that. That's not true. That's actually not true. Never mind. I was going to say the point of control doesn't really change location much if like bid ask versus up down tick, but that's actually not true. Wild action today. I haven't even been watching, honestly. Let me duplicate in a new window. Oh, ew. Okay. Well, that looks pretty nasty. What I can do is go back to the old way I used to show my screen. That should be fine, right? Wait. All right, there you have it. Big old red candle on YM. NQ no reaction. Yeah, NQ is looking a little choppy. Just a tad, just a tad. Look how that just slid down. Oh, it ticked it? Crazy Friday. Still having like little small data lag spikes, but I know, let me put it on bid ask because I don't think it matters that much. Bid ask just calculates the data a little bit different. No, that's still spiking. Actually, it's worse. Let's do this to reset. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to. It makes it take so long for my charts to realize there's no more order flow on it. It's actually pretty fucking annoying. I just have to go back to what I was doing before. It's cool. If my charts ever catch back up. Very annoying though. Alright, my chart has not caught up, so I'm just gonna fuck up my journaling for today, but it's cool. My chart is still legit. has data lag. Oh, I had to completely remove the chart that was causing the issue. All right, let me do this. And here. All right, once it catches back up, then I will be looking to trade whenever that may be. All right, nope. Oh, I'm an idiot. No. Ah, it was the extra workspace. Help, please. Let's see if this fixes it. I totally forgot I had that workspace open, by the way. Which one do I want to try? Let's go back to the old Dusty Crusty. Sorry I'm having so many issues this morning, you guys. This was not my plan. Sometimes plans change. And I had such a good day yesterday. I was like, oh, let's see if I reincorporate this. Will this help? But reincorporate it from a very simplified version or in a very simplified way. All right, so let's take off what we don't need just to reduce our chances of lag. Don't need the delta percentage in any capacity. Kind of don't even really need that other stuff either. But we do need... This is why I was late to the charts, because I was trying to do this and I could not figure out why I was having lag still. Price line. Gotta see where the bar closes. And then candles are a little too thick for me. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. Diego, are you going to be back testing YM this weekend? Are ya? Okay, I think we might have something, folks. All right, where's my other sheet? I think we might have something here. Oh, except, wait a minute. Properties. We need a margin so I can see the numbers. I think it was that extra workspace. Okay, that's good to know. Not that I had it open on purpose. I just never closed it from when I was backtesting. Oh wait, I don't want that in the... What was I doing? Tripping. It's not how it's supposed to be. All right, I think that I might have fixed that. All because I was about to close my charts or close NinjaTrader altogether. All right, but all right, so I don't... Do we push through the current open or what? I would normally take this. That's where I want the point of control to be. Yeah. The open, high, low, close, and the VWAP levels, I don't want to attempt to push through, especially because I consider that support. If it's the same side, it's fine, but that was not the same side, so 149, 158. Too much there. All right, so let me switch back then. Switch back to this view for you guys. First of all, that chart looks disgusting. Super disgusting. You finished Mayor of Kingstown. Great show. Very dark, though. What is it about? Without spoiling it for people who might want to end up watching. Dang, it's so late, man. So annoying. I just knew I was going to be able to get on these charts and do what the hell I needed to do. Couldn't. Couldn't at all. Thank you. Second workspace that I forgot was open. It's all good though. But yeah, I think this weekend I'm going to look into finishing the conversion. I just got to go through all of the data that I have, put in where the point of control is. All that extra shit I used to do, like paying attention to how strong the delta is, even what the delta is, and that shit matters. I just want to see where the point of control is, so that, because where the point of control is in the bar shows acceptance of price or rejection of price, essentially. And I could have gotten into that bar. And this zigzag messing up just messed my whole brain up. But anyway, so knowing where like most of the settlement happened in the reversal bar can help me to filter out some losses. Because I also have to remember that all of my data, well, not all of it, but the majority of my data is just showing what the pattern is that I'm looking for. But that pattern also shows up in losses too. So I have to have something to filter it out. And with me not needing to know all the extras of order flow, I'm good. I'm going to show you guys what ChatGPT was telling me when I was asking it about reincorporating it in a simplified version. I asked it, like, do I need to know who's in control of the point of control? Like, do I need to know certain things? And it was like, no, you do not. Yeah, see, that's the next set. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna trade that one too. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that this weekend. Shouldn't take that long, honestly. We'll see. I don't know. Yesterday, well, ever since I went back to volume only, and like simplifying things, because I just knew the way I was doing order flow was just too much. It was just too much. Like, there's no way I'm supposed to be analyzing this deep. Like, it ain't that deep. I mean, it is that deep, but it ain't that deep. You know what I mean? So simplifying it, I've been green most days, except the days I think that I reincorporated divergence. I was just a little premature with that, which is fine. We got VWAP there. Point of control moved too low anyway. But yeah, just seeing the progress that I'm making and knowing like, yo, yes. Yes, precisely yes. That helps out a lot, but I know that it can be refined just a little bit more just to make things a little bit easier. And then hopefully by me doing that, I can just completely like, yo, I'm just looking for basically like these 4 setups. If it's not these 4 setups, baby, I don't care. And that's basically how I'll run it. Whatever happens, don't care. As long as what I'm looking for happens, that's all that matters. 41. But also, if I see that what I'm looking for happens a lot without me needing order flow, I won't incorporate it. Like these 2 buys were easy buys. Just wanted the point of control to be in the wick on both, and it was. I don't like that pattern. I'm noticing that I don't really know if I'll get a lot of good trades. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I was just thinking about something. I don't know if I'll get a lot of good, like, just traditional pullbacks unless it's a deep pullback like here, because I'm really trying to focus on when the market is showing me exhaustion or when there's forced participation because of an overextension. So this is an overextension because the sellers, pushed down further than they did the previous time. So then there was forced participation from the buyers, which was no problem because the point of control is in the wick. I pretty much just want to trade those patterns. They're the easiest to remember as far as what I want for the volume down here. And then most of the time you just want the point of control in the wick to show that price rejected. So yeah, I might just end up like, yo, these particular setups are ass. We don't like those. We're just going to get rid of them. And a lot of times the no interest reversal like here starts the bigger move. Now I don't really plan to hold for that long, but typically starts the bigger move though. 15 accounts compounding nicely. Nice. Taking 10K for the week. I'm done and headed out. See you, Janelle. Great trading this week. I'm not ruling the Trump tariffs case today, just FYI. Thanks for telling us, Amelia. Oh, shoot. We got a 1 bar pullback there. I don't know if that matters. I would want to take that. Actually, it shouldn't matter. Let's see. Oh, wait. That's too high of a volume bar anyway. Yeah, the 1 bar pullbacks. Although the no interest reversal is kind of, not to say that it doesn't matter, but it kind of doesn't. But if this volume bar stayed low, I would have taken it. Point of control was also neutral, which isn't a good thing. Town with a bunch of prisons and a relationship between the mayor, wardens, police, and gang members. Talk to you on Cash App. Applejacks, isn't that always how it happens? Isn't that always how it happens? I'm so mad I had all those freaking issues. I mean, just seeing that freaking daylight just keeps spiking up. Ugh, whatever. I tried. I just want one good trade. If I can get it. Might not happen. Let me have the win of surrender. No, I feel that. That's interesting. This is late in the session. I don't really want to chance my accounts. Not after all the progress I made. I think I would prefer for the point of control to be in the wick, but it's whatever. Because this is showing acceptance of price, but we are pushing off a level, so does that matter? I don't know. And that's why I didn't do it on my accounts. So yeah, once I'm literally gonna spend all this weekend. Thought I was gonna have a free weekend. Just know I'm not happy. I'm not happy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to spend this weekend. Oh, y'all, look at this. Hold on. Look, if the price hits VWAP or OHLC, this is the pattern I want. And look what that says. Wick, right? You see it written in really big letters? You see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Okay. Look where the point of control is. In this bar that I entered in the body. See? I'm telling you, I feel like I probably went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably like 6 days of my data to start putting order flow in there to see. And that is what I was already noticing. This exhaustion pattern almost always has to have the point of control in the wick, no matter what. No matter what. Look at this one. This one is in the body. This is the same exhaustion pattern. So this is very high bar coming into the prior open. Low bar showing there's no forced participation from the sellers, but we already accepted price because the point of control is in the body. Same thing here. Overextension and effort by the buyers, low effort from the sellers, showing there's no forced participation. Why did we accept price? Can't accept price. Has to be wick entries. Has to be. Except this one, I think could possibly work out. Yeah. That one's a wee bit different. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on this weekend. How nice. But yeah, sorry I was late. Sorry I couldn't trade my actual accounts because I was having data lag issues that I now know what was caused by it. But tis what it is. I'll show you guys what my stats look like for the week though. No, because what was that, the 5th that I started using? Or the 5th I was using divergence this week. Look at that. Look at the trade performance trying to work. Okay, I know for sure on the 5th. You know what? I can't do this actually because I did crazy stuff on my take profit account but it's not going to show because this is the new account anyway. All right, never mind. The 5th, I know I didn't trade that Tradeify account. So yeah, this is right. So from Tuesday to today. All right, so let's look at the trades summary. I need to go to the store. I don't freaking feel like it. Let's make the font big so it's easy to see. And then let me switch here we go. All right, so this is what my stats are for the week. And this does not include Monday because remember Monday I was just trading the TPT account, like reincorporating divergence. So this is just from Tuesday to today. Well, I guess really yesterday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I had a net profit of $832. Looks like I took 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. 1, 4, lost 1. Oh, so this is just including yesterday. Oh yeah, because the 7th I did the same thing. I was only trading that TPT account. Now that day I was up like 250 before I purposely blew it after I got off of the charts. So I would say this week is not really a bad week at all. Especially because very quickly into the week, like think by Monday night, I had an inkling that I was going to have to switch back to trading, switch for the first time to paying more attention to tick distance for the swings to figure out pre-entry if I want to enter the trades or not. Just because volume is already compressed by distance with Rinkos to show if there's absorption. So the volume can be very, very misleading. So with that being said, and having to basically rewrite all of my data, which took me like 10 hours to do, and not really fully finishing the analysis and now figuring out that, if you incorporate order flow, it's going to make it even easier. I would say this week is a good week. Yeah, Amelia, definitely not a bad week. What I'm really, really looking forward to next week, because I honestly feel like if I get a jump on finishing the, I wouldn't say conversion, but addition of order flow. So basically all I do is I go through my, my data set that I have, which includes January 1st, 11th, 12th, I think the 5th, and then like the 15th through the 18th. And then I think 1 or 2 days of the week of Christmas. And then, since the 1st or the 2nd till now, if I just go through and quickly just, write down what the, where the point of control is, that's it. That's all I need to know is where it is. So like here, this particular trade, legit, all I care about, the no interest reversal. 11 goes down to 4, goes down to 2. We need rejection of price, which means it has to be in the wick. The point of control is in the wick of this bullish reversal bar. You take the trade, there's the win. That's it. That's it. That's all. So I'm glad that I'm not having to reincorporate order flow the way I was trading it before. Knowing what delta is it positive or negative? How strong is the delta and all of those things? I'm going to pull up Chat GPT real quick so I can show you guys what it was saying about order flow just for my particular strategy. And it made so much sense that it was kind of frustrating how much sense it made. But when you are trying to learn something on your own, because again, you guys have to remember, there's no information out there about trading Rincos with order flow. And a lot of the information that has to do with time-based charts, it does not apply to me, right? So I have to learn all of this stuff on my own, and that takes time. And I think where I screwed myself up, and this is for anybody watching, where I screwed myself up was before I had all the data. Remember, every single reversal bar on the chart was a setup. So I had all of the data. It would take me hours, like probably 3 to 4 hours to journal some days because of how many reversal bars were in the session. So I write down everything that has to do with that trade. And then I had this analysis sheet where I'm trying to make everything fit. And I don't know why I didn't do this, because I do this in other parts of my life, reverse engineer. From the beginning, I should have just wrote down what are the wins, what are the stats for those trades, where can I see that where are the patterns that show that, pushes the wins together, keeps some of the losses out, and that's how I should have did it. Don't ask me why I didn't do it that way. Don't ask me why I did it the hardest way possible. I have seen more progress just in these last couple of weeks from when I started doing that than I did before, of having all the data and trying to figure out what matters, what doesn't, how to compress it. Don't be like me. If you're trying to figure out how to better the edge of your strategy, when you know what you like to see, what indicators you like to use, literally just write down all of the wins, whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for a 20-point stop loss for a 20-point take profit, write down every single time that one on your chart, what components were part of the trade, and figure out if you can, analyze it to where you're clustering the wins together and keeping the losses out. Don't be like me, please. All right, so let me show you guys what it was saying for order flow. This won't take me very long. All right, here. Very simple information, but pretty powerful for me at least. So yeah, I basically asked it, is there a way for me to reincorporate order flow in a simplified way? And I asked it like, does it matter where the point of control location is? After I figure out where the location is, does it matter who's in control? So like, does it matter that the buyers are in control in the bullish bar or the sellers are in control of the bullish bar? Does that matter? And then eventually I also asked it, does the delta percentages, like those calculations that change the color of my delta based on how strong the delta is, do those matter? So here are the answers here. So it says, first, the global rules about point of control before set up specific answers. Point of control is not directional by default. Point of control tells you where trade was accepted, not who won. That's the part I wasn't really understanding when I was doing order flow for that long ass time I was. Direction comes from structure plus effort context, not the point of control alone. The wick versus body, so where the point of control is, matters more than who's in control. So for Rincos, the location of the point of control is more important than the side of the point of control. Why? Because the wick point of control equals rejection, excess, or unfinished auction. The point of control being the body means acceptance, balance, and continuation. So continuation versus trap point of control is context dependent. So it can show absorption or like a risk for failure to continue. Now, the reason why I asked it this is because yesterday, just on a whim, I just pulled up order flow. I was like, let me just see if this is like the little defining factor between, I see that there's a lot of wins, but there's some losses in here that probably could be answered by order flow. And so I noticed that on the no interest reversal pullbacks, if it's the traditional one like this, where there's the lower low to lower high to higher low, I saw that when it's in the wick, it wins. When it's in the body, it doesn't. But I saw that when it's a higher low to lower high to higher low, so if this moved up just a little bit, that I want the point of control in the body and not the wick, because it is different structure. Same like compression of less than, 2 is less than 4 is less than 11, but we're going from a lower low to a higher low to start it off. So this is when I knew I was on the right track. So it says, by definition, this particular pullback means weak interest, weak opposition, rotation failure, which I already knew. And then it says that the auction logic shows that pullback shows progressively less result. The counterside effort is fading. You're fading non-participation, not aggression, which is why I always want so this is what I'm looking like here. I want this bar coming down for the pullback. I always want it to be less than the highest volume bar on the previous impulse move, because that just shows that we're continuing to not be interested. And look what it says. Ideal point of control behavior in the entry bar, you want it in the wick. Why? Because it confirms price rejection, not acceptance. It aligns with no interest logic. It shows the logic, or the auction could not build value against your direction. So then so this is what I was asking it about, up, down, tick versus bid ask. Because remember, that was always my freaking issue when I was trading order flow, was trying to figure out which one was better. And so I even told it, like, I was going back and forth for a long time. You was confusing me. I was confused, like, which one matters. And I reminded it that, Renko does compress time. It compresses volume. I'm going based off of tick distance. This is what's most important. This is what I've realized. So it says for Rinkos plus my framework, use up down. And remember, for the longest time, I kept telling y'all, up down tick is what makes the most sense for Rinkos. This is price based. The only thing, like, knowing who hit the bid and who hit the ask really doesn't matter. What did price do? Because this bar can only close if price gets there. And up down tick is more based off of price acceptance, not like who's being the most aggressive, right? Because if you're being aggressive but nothing's happening, then it doesn't matter for the way that I trade. So here's how it justified it. It says you already locked in the most important insight. Renko compresses time and volume, but not price. A Renko bar exists only because price moved. It doesn't care how long it took. It does not normalize trade sequencing. It can hide large trade bursts inside a single brick. That single fact breaks the assumptions bid ask relies on. What bid ask actually measures and why it breaks on Renkos. Bid ask delta assumes time sequencing matters. Trade classification, meaning hit the bid, lift the ask, reflects initiative, and volume accumulation is meaningful per bar. All three of those assumptions fail on Renko. On Renko, multiple aggressions can occur before the bar even exists. Bid ask can flip several times inside one brick. A bar can print high positive delta while actually being absorbed, or high negative delta during bullish continuation. So delta answers who was aggressive when trades occurred. But your system needs to know who won the auction at this price movement, and those are not the same. What up-down tick actually measures, and why it fits my logic, up-down tick measures result-based participation. Did trades contribute to price advancement or failure? This is how I was thinking the whole time, that it kept flipping me back and forth. This aligns perfectly with effort versus result. Ticks define structure, and volume explains why. Up-down tick answers, did transactions result in price movement or not? That's auction theory, not execution theory. So then it basically just told me how the core alignment works with my constitution. It gave me a strategy constitution or whatever. And yeah, so bid ask actually hurts my edge. I'm like, this is what I knew. So it says the $1 million insight. This is the part to lock in. You already solved the hardest part. Ticks define what should happen. So when I'm looking at the tick distance on the swings, that's telling me what should happen as far as volume down here. And then if the volume down here confirms what I'm looking for, exhaustion patterns, whatever, then I just want the point of control to confirm it based on where it is. So ticks define what should happen. Volume defines whether it makes sense. And then order flow should only confirm whether it makes sense. Up down tick does that. Bid ask argues about intent, and intent is cheap. So this is what I'm going to be focused on. This is what I feel like I've been working towards this whole time. But again, I just had to compress the data and start from wins and work my way out versus starting from everything and working my way in. That was my biggest mistake in the last 2 years, but it's okay. So I'm going to show you guys what my accounts look like ending the week, which is obviously where we were yesterday. So we're going into next week. I think the Tradeify account, I'm pretty sure renews like around the 20th. You know, their renewals are very weird because it's like every 30 days instead of on the anniversary date each month. So I basically have all next week to trade, which my goal is to try to pass this account with the number of setups that I get, like quality setups, especially as I continue to refine this. I think that I'll be able to get that done next week, but we'll see. So I'm about $2,300 away from being funded on it, but we're going in to next week with full drawdown on both this account and the TPT account. This is not bad considering I only had 1 day, the $415 profit on TPT. I only traded that for 1 day. So, yeah, I'm happy with this week. I'm happy with the progress. Now, pray for me and my sanity this weekend getting the rest of this shit converted, but I think this is where we end. I think this is where we end with the strategy, just reincorporating order flow from a very simplified version. I'm glad I don't have to care about who's in control, just where it is. I don't have to care about delta. So it's as simple as look at the chart, make sure what I see on volume works, you know, pay attention to make sure point of control doesn't slide to accept price when I really want it in the wick, or it doesn't move to rejection when I really want it in the body to confirm acceptance, and that's it. So that's it for me, you guys. I'm gonna go start my weekend journey of journaling. I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.